Alrighty, I guess it's about time to get started with our games from last night. We have CUH University taking on Not So Free in the Beer League. Both teams, I believe, are 2-0 coming into the series, so both of them in the top of the Beer League. One has to lose, one has to win, so let's dive right into the draft. But first, I didn't even get the sides correct. Holy. Alright, so to start off the draft, Not So Free does have a sub in Vermilion, so they are going to be missing their second round ban. CUH is going to ban out Smolder, Silas, and Morgana. Not really sure who the Silas player is on the side of Not So Free. I haven't seen them play much. Unless it's Vermilion, potentially. Good Smolder ban. That's something that Not So Free does enjoy and playing a lot. Hashtag get wasted. Thank you, BJ Ninja Bunny, for the prime. Or no, for the actual sub. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Bromstein, hello. Alrighty. So I have Not So Free gonna ban out Jinx, Sivir, and J4. Jarvan's a super annoying jungler, and CUH plays it pretty darn well, so I think that's a good ban. CUH's gonna start off with the Mel pick. Can go mid, can go support, so I like it here. Not So Free's gonna pick up Senna and Nocturne. So we got some scaling on the way for Not So Free. Followed up by a nice Varus and Vi, so lockdown is what CUH is going to be looking for. Nico going to be picked up. I'm assuming that's going to be for Danny. She played it last week. She was really good on it, but she also played against like an Iron mid laner, I think. So maybe that's why she did really well. We'll see. Not So Free is going to ban out the Mundo. Really annoying champ, and CUH likes to just play meatball comps, so good ban there. And then CUH is going to ban out Galio and the Ornn. Galio's pretty decent counter to Vi, just because whoever she ults, he's right on top of her and slows her down just a wee bit. Also a good follow-up for the Nico, so maybe they're thinking it's Nico support and Senna carry. And then we're going to get Gangplank up in the top lane. I think that's going to be for Vermilion. I think that's where he's subbing to. And then we're going to get some Vigar in the mid, and Sion up in the top lane, and Brom's going to be the final pick. It could be for Bromstein, but who knows. This team does move around an awful lot with their roles. So without further ado, let's get into the very first game. This should work. Why is it not working? Alright. Alrighty, so I mean, CUH is newer to Beer League, so they're not really big on the, hey everyone, let's just 5-man and potentially lose feats right away. But that's a-okay. They're very much, let's do some 5-pointing, but they are going to get a nice little invade down, hopefully get a ward on the Raptor Pit. Will be spotted out. Dane did put a ward up here. Unfortunately, does miss that red buff, so if I were to sneak in there, she could actually get that red buff, and who knows. But good ward down on their behalf. On the opposite side, I'm going to speed up the game a little bit because I don't feel like waiting a whole hour. But I don't know, Vermilion in the top lane, he used to be a mid laner. I think now he's a washed up commissioner or something like that. He is helping out with the stats and everything like that. And he's actually the reason why we can watch party this game, because of the tournament code. So thank you, Vermilion. We do have Brutal Moose on his one trick, the Nocturne. So he might be bronze or silver, but if there's one thing he knows how to do, it's how to play Nocturne. Oh, I didn't even notice Danny picked the support item. That's a little bit unfortunate. We'll see if that comes back to bite her or not. I do like the bot lane of Asuna and Tegi being on the Varus and Mel. That's a whole lot of poke. But Senna does have some heals, and Braum can block a lot of shit, so we'll see how this goes. But Tegi's getting some massive poke down onto Bromstein already. Little sad Vermilion didn't go first strike just for funsies, but I get it. You're subbing on team. You can't always do for fun stuff. Danny recalled. She did realize that she had the support item. She's... Alright, is going to buy a Doran's Ring. Not 2 extra health pots. Doesn't really have much gold to do anything else. No need to ward because she doesn't have to worry about that. Because Vi's just going to power farm and then work her way toward bot. I think their bot lane's been the strongest part of their team, so see how that goes for them. And we do have an early roam coming down from the Veigar. Good root coming in from both Veigar and from the Mel. Good Braum shield coming in from JWM. And Vermilion is going to be getting ganked. Luckily, Brutal Moose is also up here in the top side. Flashing the Q early. And Nocturne is going to flash, just getting to help ring range. So 2 flashes down for the side of not so free. But these ganks are going to be a lot more free with no flash available for the top lane. Do have dragon spawning in about 30 seconds or so, give or take. So look for Vi to try and get some bot camp just right into there. Not sure if Asuna's gonna have to recall or not. It's only Thaldi build. She is gonna be spamming a lot more spells than on hit. So we'll see how that goes. But both junglers gonna meet at the crab. Let's get up here. This might be gonna come through for the Brutal Moose. And it's gonna at least delay the first dragon take for both teams. I didn't even realize Vi skipped her Krugs. Just walked down there. And mid lane, it's not too much is going on. Pretty boring, but that is a tactic, because if you can make someone bored, sometimes you can make them int. Not saying that I inted last week, but I might have. Lots of trading going on in the top side. I'm not sure if I can check their grasp stacks, but that's okay. Vi is going to try and sneak the dragon, but then she realized that she's actually on a control ward. So Veigar does make the first move. He is a level up on Danny Phantom. That's a really early spell shield coming in from the Nocturne. It might be an issue. Flash coming in from Beastly Hambone to get into that dragon pit. Heals coming through from Tegi. JWM's going to be using his heal just as well, and this is a whole lot of low HP champions. Gangplank does not have ultimate available, unfortunately. First blood and third blood going over to Beastly Hambone, but he will be taken down by the Brutal Moose, and Bromstein JWM going to try and clean this up and get a nice 4 for 2 across the map. But Tegi, he's the Mel. He does have execute damage on abilities and on auto attacks, and he's not going to be able to do it. JWM is going to take the final kill, 4-2 so far for Not So Free. That was wild. And I can't wait for that fight to happen again in just a few more seconds. Good ult coming through from the Glass Crab. Vermilion not really expecting it. I don't know why you would. But you know, that's what separates Glass Crab from just normal crabs, I guess. I don't know. Danny did hit level 6, so this dragon fight is going to be a lot easier for Not So Free. But also, both bot lanes should be hitting 6 as well. So, might make things a little bit more interesting. Not So Free doesn't have any vision on Dragon Pit. Vi just put some on her way down to her Krug, so... Brutal Moose is still just level 5. Lots of positioning going around here. Teggy is going to get tagged up. Will be getting rooted. Flash coming in from JWM just to make sure she's not going anywhere else. Bromstein's on a killing spree. 3-0-2. Flash away coming through from the Varus. So this should be a dragon for Not So Free. I only say should because it doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to auto the dragon just, you know, get those fleet footwork stacks going. Maybe that's your thought process. I don't know. But it's a process nonetheless. Not So Free does take the first dragon of the game. Vi might be able to get a grub or two on the other side, especially since Nocturne is going to be cycling his camps. JWM, he's like, someone's got to be over here, so he's going to be starting to roam up there. But at least one, potentially two Void Grubs should go down. Jojo's on his way. Vermilion does have the Gangplank ultimate, so if it is needed, he will use it flat. Smite going to be coming through, so that's good play by Creesh. Make sure you get the 2 that does count for feats. There we go. A little bit of feats for both sides. Ooh, final smite come through by the Vi as well. Great play by her. She is going to use the flash. Great cage coming in from Vigard, making sure Nocturne really can't get that deep. JWM doesn't have flash, but he does have a dash, and Beastly Handbone is going to be beaten by the Brutal Moose. Varus all followed by the Mel E, and the execute damage not going to be enough on the ultimate. Great shield by Braum. And wise idea to back off. There is a lot of poke from that bot lane of Ka. Danny's got some pretty nice CS currently. Some might say the best in the game even if it isn't the highest, but that's a-okay. And while Braum was Bromstein was all by his lonesome, he did give over a few plates to the side of Ka. Danny going in with the ultimate. Beastly Handbone finally using that flash that he didn't want to use earlier whenever Nocturne took him down. But once Nocturne's up, ult is up and available, look for him to hopefully go mid and lock that Vigard down. Vermilion's looking for a gank up top with the Brutal Moose on his way. Not sure what the cooldown is for this ultimate. Vi's on the other side of the map. Vigard's in base. But Brutal Moose just going to be clearing his camps again. Not So Free does have a lot of wards in their bot side jungle, so they really don't want Vi to sneak in and gank them. And it also helps the Brutal Moose know exactly where Vi is and which camps may or may not be up. Vi is spotted on that ward. Ultimate coming through from the Varus. He was going to be coming through from Mel for some reason. It seemed a little bit premature, but her ultimate is not. Teggy couldn't take down JWM. Get the kills a little bit closer. Danny is going to be spotted out on the wards, so I don't think they're really all too worried about a potential fight. Danny did turn into a minion, and unfortunately, she's just going to get poked down from there. Top lane, a whole lot of back and forth, a whole lot of not too much. I mean, there's only a 300 gold difference between these two teams. A lot of the gold is on that Veigar for Team Ka. Otherwise, it seems like everyone else is just about down. Teggy is up some gold on that JWM, but I don't know. We do have Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. Both teams getting some vision out on the map. I do like the vision coming in from Not So Free or behind, right by Veigar. Even if it is getting cleared out, it's still vision. And top lane, it's just an island. Gangplank doesn't have his ult for a little bit longer. 30 more seconds, so if the side of Not So Free wants to delay, it's not a bad idea, but it seems like Teggy is going to be getting knocked up, is going to get tagged up, will be rooted, is going to get executed by Bromstein. Nocturne ult was there just for the looks, and or lack thereof, I suppose. But no Varus ult, Vi ult's just about up, as is the Gangplank ult, so if you're the side of Ka, I don't think you really want to fight this. Yes, 2 ults were used, but Kreese is actually going to be trying to go in. He's going in a lot early. Danny Phantom going to get damage on to 2 members of Ka. Beastly Hambone is going to be taken down for the 3rd time this game. Bromstein is unstoppable, 5-0-3. Some people pick Senna to scale. Bromstein just picks Senna because why the hell not? You can fight whenever you want. Especially if people aren't going to be respecting you. Teggy's going to hold up the wave here. Get a little bit of poke damage onto Bromstein. Yomi's going to get used by the Varus just to try and get some poke damage down. Unfortunately, poke damage does miss. And Herald is going to be in play for Team Ka, or Ka University, I guess that's their team name actually, Ka Academy. And while Vi just solos this Rift Herald, it looks like the Glass Crab is going to try to just hold off the 2 members from Not So Free, and it's a pretty free Rift Herald for them. The game is slowing down. Nocturne does have his ultimate available. Vi has her ult available, so lots of people that you can catch out. Varus doesn't have flash, neither does the Mel. So hopefully Nocturne knows that and he can try and make a play there. There's the ultimate coming through along with the Gangplank ult. I really do like that. Teggy's gonna get feared. Good root coming in from Bromstein. JWM hoping to proc his passive as well with concussive blows, but it's not gonna happen. Vi goes in with the ultimate. Does force out the flash and the barrier coming in from Bromstein. But this Varus just will not go down. Vigar is going to be coming in. Varus actually gets the shutdown on Bromstein. And Vigar's on his way. He does have a baby cage, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch anyone else. Danny's going to, in return, TP into the bot lane. Make sure she can catch that wave and it doesn't get lost. But she's actually going to get hit by the cage, take a decent amount of damage. 2 minutes till next objective. No ults on either junglers, so I'm expecting the next few minutes to be pretty slow. But we'll see what happens. Oh, good ult and root coming in from Danny, but that Vigar damage is massive. He also might have used the ult on a clone, unless he just hit Danny with it. I couldn't really tell. I'm not Samurai Jack, so I'm not going to rewind. We're just going to keep on going with the gameplay. I don't know. This is also one of the most boring top lane games that I've seen. Vermilion's doing a great job CSing though. And Vi is going to be crashing the Rift Herald mid. She will be taking first turret of the game. So next jungle objective does get the feats. Vi, the double crash. She's going for a 3-peat. Or she's just going to crash into that wall. And that's a-okay. That's a lot of pressure created just from that. Dragon is up in 33 seconds. Vigar's sitting on 1800. Vi sitting on 15, so lots of gold. But JWM, he feels like he can just maybe die right here, unfortunately. Doesn't get the ult off. Mel ult way too strong with the Shadow Flame already. Nocturne just going to go all in, get the fear onto Kreese, but it's going to be enough as he takes her down. Asuna sure to follow right after. Taggy trying to redirect something, but there's nothing to reflect. Vigar coming in, trying to clean something up, but not sure if he's actually going to go for it. He might try and get a steal with his W or attempt it, but not in the cards for him today. So feats going over to the side of Not So Free. And they're just one dragon away from Chemtech Soul. I don't know, Chemtech's one of my favorite maps just because blast cones are ridiculous. That's the only reason though. Glass Crab is going to get tied up. JWM doing his best to stay in front of him, but he's going to be able to flash away, use the Scion ultimate as well, and maybe get out of there. JWM, a madman, going to try to dash in. That's about it. One thing this does though is it lets Vermilion farm up a good bit more, get closer to that IE, but side of Ka going to be trying to take this Atacon. It is going to get spotted out. Vermilion does have a teleport. He can get to that dragon area, or to the Atacon area. No teleport for Scion, so this could be in play. Instead, Vermilion's going to TP up top, hopefully drop the ultimate down on Atacon. There we go. Smite fight coming through. Who's going to get it? Beastly Handbone is going to secure it. Danny hits a nice two-person ult. And Braum, the champion, not the player, is going to get a nice little double kill. That's exactly what you want from your support, especially whenever they're playing a tank frontline. And Vigar's going to try and be sneaky, step his way out of there. Bromstein on another killing spree, 9, 1, and 4. And Beastly Handbone is going to be offered up to Bromstein, sitting at 10, 1, and 4 on this Senna. Bromstein's at 9,000 gold. Next highest in the game is someone who gets free gold just for last hit and stuff in a certain way, and that's Vermilion. So I think he's doing pretty darn well, especially being down almost 100 CS from his top laner. I don't know. Vermilion might be getting moved up from his 2.5 points just on CS alone. Trying to get some barrel chains in to take down Kreese. Ultimate going to be coming through from Nocturne. Vi doesn't time it perfectly to get out over the wall. But they do get the TP coming out from Beastly Handbone. Asuna going to use the Varus ult onto Vermilion, but he's got an orange. He removes Scurvy, removes all of that jazz. And a whole lot of posturing and blowing ultimates just for the heck of it. This is the bigger league. This is pretty peak. And meanwhile, top lane is still just top laning. Not too much to be seen there. Rom doing his best to get some poke down. Not going with the Black Cleaver build this game because really there's only 1-2 people, and you can really blow up the other 3 pretty easily just with 2 autos. JWM is going to be getting caught out here. Going to be used the Vi ult against them. And I don't know how there's 4 people on JWM and he still lives, but it's probably because he's got all that gold. Bromstein collecting kill number 11. There should be turret going down as well. I don't care about the Varus poke or anything like that. Like, that turret just needs to fall. We have Soul coming up in 37 seconds. Nocturne, he says, I just want to go in. I really don't like Varus, so I'm going to do my best to kill him. And he does. One less champion on the map to contest this soul point, or this soul. Looks like not so free. They're going to do the smart thing. They're going to reset. Use all of that gold that they had in their pockets. Is Bromstein very close to that IE. Not going to get it just yet. And again, we've got the 4v4 for this dragon. Vermilion does have ultimate. Sion does have his ultimate as well. Why are we going top lane whenever we've got a super duper important fight going down on here? Unless it's just a lot of posturing, getting the vision fight, everything like that. Please don't take me top lane. The dragon is going to be started up by Not So Free. Academy. Danny's going to miss her ult, unfortunately. I think she actually got hit by the Varus ult. Great job by Asuna. The dragon will fall over to the side of Not So Free. And Not So Free is going to try and collect on this. They're going to take a 4 for 2 trade. That's not too bad as long as you're also including that Dragon Soul. Top lane is still just top laning. What the heck are you guys doing? But look for the Brutal Moose to take some of these Vi camps away from her. Get some of that gold off the map. And push this lead that they do have. 5k gold lead. I feel like Bromstein's got most of that. He's got 2k lead over Asuna. There we go. Top lane. Finally, something has happened. Turret went down. Demolish working in favor of the Gangplank. I like to see the KDs of both top laners as well. Sion 1-0. Vermilion on the Gangplank 0-1-9 just because of his global ult. Vision score is kind of sad, but I guess if you're playing top lane's an island. Conversion score is 5. That's A-okay. Ooh, Var's going to be getting caught out at his own wolf camp. Doesn't have flash. Elects not to use the barrier. Pretty wise choice. JWM and Vermilion might not be in a great spot. Vi cease and desist going to be coming through. Mel might have used all of her spells. Bromstein going to use the Senna ultimate to try his best to keep Gangplank alive, but Vygar's going to get the shutdown. I think it was just an auto, maybe a Q. JWM is going to be falling as well. He can't get to the bush. Can't get to the plant, but Kreese is in amongst. Not so free. Lots of CC going to get placed down. Kreese is going to go down as well. Mel ultimate going to come through, but she really doesn't have that much burn, so the damage was not ramping up. 2 for 2 trade going down. Brutal Moose made a brutal mistake right there. There's no way he lives. Okay, Teggy with the shutdown. Onto the Nocturne. Danny's going to have to flash out. Great play by her. Bromstein doing his best to just peel away the Scion. They are going to do so. Elder up in 3.5 minutes. Baron's up and available right now, but I don't think that the side of CUH can really do much with this map state. Peggy's doing their best to get some wards down. Var is going to pop the ultimate onto Bromstein. Bromstein's going to immediately use the barrier, and there's not going to be any follow-up because Gangplank's ultimate is really annoying. Flash all coming through, but it's going to get redirected right into JWM's face. He's going to knock himself up. And no flash on either support. Asuna also doesn't have flash, so Baron might be a little bit difficult for CUH, just to try and defend it. Danny does have teleport, so that's why she's putting in bot side. Doesn't really know where many other people on the map for CUH are. Jojo's gonna just walk his way out from that grab. Kreese with the final elastic, gets some extra vision down. Glass Crab just getting tagged by everything from this Senna. He's gonna try and get some knockup just to delay something, but not nearly enough time. Danny is trying to sneak in. Glass Crab finally does go down. Here comes Danny, gets the 2-man ultimate. Mel doing a great job redirecting that Senna ult back into their faces. And 2 people are gonna drop. Danny drops, Kreese drops. No jungler on the side of CUH. And Vermilion just doing his best to do something. He has his ult up already. He is going to get the IE takedown onto Asuna, but Beastly Handbone. He's got an outplay button. He's playing Vygar. 7-5-2. Might be one of their hopes. He is pretty strong, but like, I just don't think it's enough. Not so free. Gonna try and take the Baron. Danny's spawning just right now. Does have teleport. Not going to be using it. Vermilion not up for another 30 seconds. But bot side for CUH is down and out. Unfortunately, CUH just has to hand this over for free. Play for the Elder that's spawning up in another minute. Hernandez, I do not have the stats going right now just because I don't have that one app going, unfortunately. But Bromstein sitting at 14-1-10. Man, oh man. Probably the reason why people might ban out that Senna. This overlay, I don't know. It's just slightly different. It's one that Pat Jones created for me last season. And no one else really adopted it, so that's all. I had to throw in the feats of strength manually. That was a pain to do, but it's whatever. Elder is now spawned. Instead of using our Baron buff to push those minions, instead we're just gonna fight in the jungle. Danny, Hex Tech Rocket can knock up Asuna. Brutal Moose gonna be going into the backside, try and take down the Vygar. Not gonna be able to do it just yet, but Lots of damage down. Kreese should be falling here. As they do, Brutal Moose just lives. They should be game pretty soon. Vermilion trying to hunt with his coconut watermelon barrels. Take 2 tower shots just for fun. Why the heck not? It's a pretty good game coming in from Not So Free. Had a sub in the top lane, who might get taken down, but he's got some removed scurvy, so he's not really all that worried. Not So Free should be pushing this bot lane turret right now as well. Might be able to catch somebody out, especially with having the Elder buff. Asuna doesn't realize that Not So Free has Elder, and they just gave over quite the free kill. Danny does have the Seekers ready to go in case it is needed. Doesn't really have much backup on her side. Brutal Moose is hovering around, but not really looking to fight. And Kreese just goes right in onto Bromstein. Bromstein's going to be taken down pretty low. He might actually be getting shut down by the Beastly Hamdone. JWM and Bromstein getting caught out. Vermilion's going to use his ultimate from across the map, get another assist. And that Elder buff is strong. Brutal Moose going in onto the Glass Crab. Looks like he's going to be taken down due to that Elder boom as well. JWM, not sure really who you're fighting with. The rest of your team is fighting that Scion Menace on the backside. Brutal Moose, he is strong, but I'm not sure if he really wants this fight, especially against the Mel, but they're not going to be taking it. On the top half, Vermilion. He's doing what he's been doing the whole game, just pushing lane. Not really looking to fight anyone, just using his ult whenever he can. Oh, Varus using the flash early to try and get away from that barrel combo, but it's not going to be enough. Vermilion with a double kill. Elder, Dragon, OP, Baron spawning 2.5 minutes. Not looking too great for CUH. Really few highs going for them. I think Beastly Handbone played pretty darn well. Unfortunately, Kreese stepped in their own jungle for some reason, and Vermilion looking to get a kill, but not enough range, and just instead, Beastly Handbone has Zonia's, but his time is going to run out. Going to get taken down for the 7th time this game. Glass Crab going in, trying to strike down Vermilion, but instead, Brutal Moose is just going to chop him down. And this feels like one of those moments whenever it's the end of the game, so you're just throwing anything that you can at the wall and hoping that it sticks. Not really sure what the Varus ult was for, but sometimes you just gotta try something. Ooh, like this. Perfect shutdown on the Brutal Moose by the Mel. Although Kreese is getting very low, we just can't get any damage over time to finish off Kreese. Kreese, I'm not sure why you're still there. Like, Asuna's low. Kreese is low, and Asuna's gonna drop. Bromstein getting another kill this game. He's sitting at 17, Danny Phantom. Good Zonias to stay alive. That mid lane turret just doesn't want to fall. Vi, Vygar, and Mel. 3 are going to be needed to take down this Gangplank. Unfortunately, Vi did have to use her ultimate, so that won't be up for the Baron, but neither will Gangplank. And now it's just wave clear time. Hopefully that can get them 12k gold. Get back into this game, make something happen. But whenever, you know, your jungle is down by 2k, your top lane's down by 7, ADC's down by 5, it does make life a little bit rough, and Teggy's about to get one-tapped by Bromstein. Brom is going to get caught out, and Vi's going to take the shutdown away from the Vygar. It happens. Let's zoom in a little bit further. Vigar sitting at 1k AP. So outplay button is always up and available. Gangplank saying, hey guys, I'll be live soon. Just wait on me. Don't get caught out. Var's going to whiff his ultimate, unfortunately. Danny hitting a great 3-person knockup. Brutal Moose going to be able to take down Asuna. I think. But Brutal Moose is kind of getting a little bit stuck in there. Double kill for Vermilion. Triple kill for Vermilion. What a sub pickup at one of the final moments before the series actually started yesterday. Mel just came back to life. Not really sure if Not So Free needs this Baron. I think they can just march it down mid. My gosh, that damage coming in from Vermilion. It's a lot. Unofficial Quadro. Not really sure who has the Penta. But great game by Not So Free. First half of the game, it was really even, but late game, they just played really well every fight that they had to. And, you know, as long as you're playing, doing the right things, good things will happen. So Not So Free does take game 1. I was told that there were some minor scheduling issues and conflicts. So Team Ka actually forfeited the remainders of the series. So Not So Free takes game 2 as well due to forfeit, and they sit alone at the top of the beer league at 3-0. So congrats to Not So Free. Thank you all for watching and have a great rest of your afternoon. I do think that we have some beer league games tonight. Maybe. I didn't actually check. We do have Doomq against WeScale. Don't worry. Tonight at 7 Central, 8 American. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. And hopefully someone streams the game tonight. Bye.